This is emax2411 on youtube.com. Make sure to like this video and subscribe. With your top Backstage news and rumors for January 28th, 2015, full WWE Backstage details, part 2. Because more reports have become available. Now, this first one is according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, just coming out maybe an hour ago. It was noted before that Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan was in the works for WrestleMania 31 this year, but apparently WWE has changed their mind. The recent Twitter interactions between Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler are not just social media chatter. WWE is currently going with Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler for WrestleMania this year. Now, another Battle Royals also is expected for WrestleMania 31 this year. There's no word yet on if it will be another Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, but there was talk at one point of making it a yearly traditional match at WrestleMania. Okay. Let's get this show started. Yeah, I mean, I would rather see Dolph Ziggler versus Daniel Bryan. That'd be a show-stealing match, to be honest. And Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus again. So yeah, just like I'd rather see Sting versus The Undertaker rather than Sting versus Triple H. Sting versus Triple H will be good, but you know, we want that dream match. Like, I just want to point this out right now since I'm making the video, and because I just watched well, I'm in the middle of it, I should say, watching the WWE Countdown series. Well, I think it's like the best rivalries or something like that. I don't know exactly the name. It's about just the best rivalries, pretty much. And like Chris Jericho just said about Chris The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin's ranked 3 of all time, I think, at least for them, for the fans that voted. They listed them, but yeah, he even said, like, on paper, The Rock, because Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin at WrestleMania, I'm buying a ticket. Chris Jericho just said, just on paper, like, that's what I'm saying, just like Sting versus Undertaker. On paper, you're gonna buy the ticket. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be the main event, but still, that's what I'm saying. But this is another report that's according to the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Now, apparently, WWE contacted Chris Jericho on January 19th and asked him to be a surprise entrant for the 30-man Royal Rumble main event, but he declined the offer. Jericho is currently working some WWE live events, but has wanted his return to TV to mean something more than just a quick appearance. Now, it was known before that Titus O'Neil's 4-second elimination at the WWE Royal Rumble was supposed to be just 1 second. But there was a timing issue with Titus, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. Now, Vince McMahon was said to be furious over the mistake, as it was the only spot that was supposed to be timed perfectly, and it was messed up. Well, hey, mistakes happen to everyone, so yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, so more. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Stay on this video. But yeah, So yeah, So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, subscribers and viewers. Okay, yeah, this is part 2, just because more news, rumors, and headlines that came in. So yeah, you know, I mean, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, trying to, my internet, you know, my internet's slow as fuck. Just so you guys should know that. So yeah, sorry for the delay. I apologize. Okay. So yeah, I'm sorry. Now, I think this is funny, because Vince McMahon is crediting Roman Reigns for a jump in WWE Network subscribers. Isn't that funny, ladies and gentlemen? Wow. The guy that everyone hates is booing the hell out of him, wanting to kill him, not wanting him to see him against Brown Lesnar, not winning the title, not being him to come in the face, not all that crap. This is why WWE has gotten to 1 million network subscribers. Wow. Well, as we all know, for over a decade, WWE fans have looked at John Cena as the most polarizing figure in all of wrestling. However, at least at this moment, he has been replaced by Roman Reigns as wrestling's most polarizing figure. After the Royal Rumble match this year in 2015, which Roman Reigns won, there were thousands of WWE fans who were claiming that they had canceled their WWE Network subscriptions. However, it seems that the exact opposite has happened, as it was announced yesterday that the WWE Network had reached 1 million subscribers. Congrats to WWE, like I made a video about it. Now, WWE's audience almost always drastically increases this time of year, so there are a lot of people that expected a jump in WWE Network subscribers, but nobody really predicted that they would actually get their 1 million. That they would actually get to 1 million. Now, it's appearing that WWE's decision to make the entire month of November free for new subscribers was a big reason for the subscriber increase. However, WWE's head man, Vince McMahon, is crediting someone else for the big jump in subscribers. So yeah. Now, as reports are coming in, that McMahon is giving a lot of credit to the winner of the 2015 Royal Rumble match, Roman Reigns. Yeah. Now, after winning the Royal Rumble match on Sunday night, Roman Reigns was booed out of the building. The WWE fans in Philadelphia disliked Reigns so much that they even booed WWE legend and longtime WWE fan favorite, The Rock, when he endorsed Reigns at the end of the night. Now, The Rock is the only one who received heat from the fans. His fellow WWE legend Chris Jericho also said that he endorses WWE's decision to have Reigns win the Rumble, which, as Jericho said on his podcast, angered many WWE fans. He tweeted out, "Congrats to WWE Roman Reigns for winning the hashtag WWE Royal Rumble. I endorse this decision 1000%. Hashtag it's time for a change at WWE." Now, there is some concern within WWE that the fans who attend WrestleMania 31 will cheer for Brock Lesnar, who is a heel, and will be a heel in the match, and boo Roman Reigns, who is the babyface in this feud. So the idea of Paul Heyman costing Brock Lesnar his WWE Championship at WrestleMania and making Reigns the newest Paul Heyman guy has been thrown around, as the last thing WWE wants is Levi Stadium to fill with booze if Roman Reigns loses the title as a babyface. Now, some WWE fans are hoping that for the second year in a row, WWE will add Daniel Bryan to the WrestleMania main event, but making it a triple threat match. As of right now, the idea is completely off of the table, as Vincent Kennedy McMahon doesn't want to copy what he did last year. So at this point, WWE is planning to go with Lesnar versus Reigns in a singles match, no matter how ugly it gets for Reigns. Well, I've got a solution if Roman Reigns gets booed out of the building at WrestleMania, if they make no changes and it stays a singles match. Well, maybe, isn't it called, Mr. Money in the Bank? Who is that guy? Seth Rollins, maybe? Maybe he cashes in. Would that make it better? I mean, I don't know. But I don't know if that would make it better, but that's the solution because that's pretty much the only thing you can do. Now, this is another funny point, I gotta say. WWE is blaming the city of Philadelphia for the negative reaction to the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Was the city the real only problem, though? That's the thing. Now, the Royal Rumble pay-per-view put on by the WWE this year was one that many did not care for. Now, critically, the show was liked up until the Rumble match. WWE's World Title match was considered one of the best matches in time for the main roster, which was cool to see from WWE. Now, the Rumble match simply went the wrong way fast, and the city of Philadelphia was miffed halfway through the match. Now, once Daniel Bryan was eliminated from the Rumble, everyone was ticked off and expressed it by booing up a storm and cheering Bryan's name. Once the eventual winner, Roman Reigns, came out, a sea of boos followed him. Now, the match began to get serious hate when Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, and Dolph Ziggler were all eliminated in a controversial fashion. However, the entire match, once Bryan was eliminated, simply lost a lot of energy. Now, once Reigns threw Big Show came out over as well as Rusev, at home you could hear boos more than anything else. Now, WWE didn't hide from the negative reaction to the win on WWE Raw the next night. Now, despite being stoned in, WWE solely showed that was worthy of watching. Now, Roman spoke of the boos and answered as best as he could, saying that the fans have a right to boo or cheer, because they bought a ticket, so they can do what they want, he said. Well, clearly, Reigns is not happy about the boo when he won the biggest match of his career. Now, if he were a heel, maybe it would be okay. As a face, however, it wasn't. That being said, WWE thinks that they made the right decision because WWE Network subscribers went over 1 million for the first time, which was a huge deal. Now, WWE Network is now available in several countries, including the hotbed of the United Kingdom. WWE considers Roman Reigns a major reason why they reached this number, and feel that the decision was correct. Now, I'm laughing. Now, according to Cage Side Seats, WWE simply blames negative reaction to the show on the crowd, which is a major reason the Rumble should receive major national and international coverage. Now, to many fans, this would seem somewhat delusional by WWE. Now, for the mass media coverage talking about the hatred fans have to what fans have claimed themselves, how does WWE look away from that and blame the crowd? I mean, the big problem is the Raw event is what caused subscribers to go up. Many of WWE's new additions happened before the Rumble even began, so Reigns had nothing to do with the improved figure. WWE did, however, lose people when the event was over. Now, the hashtag cancel WWE Network trend was a big worry for them, but numbers looked okay for them. More people subscribed to get the Rumble than canceled after it was over. Now, a rumored 200,000 did cancel. But this is an uncertain figure as of now. So WWE Network was not improved by Reigns winning the Rumble as much as WWE wants to dream and might think. Now, okay. Now, the real issue WWE faces right now is that since they blame Philly, they will think that a crowd will react differently in another city. However, if every city reacts the same way Philly did, then WWE will have to consider if they were right or not. So WWE will be live in Hartford, Connecticut on Thursday. So there will be a new crowd. There will be a new crowd. So there we will know if the crowd will react the same. Now WWE will leave the Northeast and up in Denver for WWE Raw next week. So if WWE sees negative reactions in two opposite areas of the country, one will have to wonder if Philly or the Northeast is the issue. Now, what is interesting is that the city of Philadelphia is a smart sports crowd. They know the products that come in. They do not take to stupidity well. So they threw snowballs at Santa Claus for crying out loud. Ha! Because I don't read these reports. I send my reactions when I'm live on the air on YouTube.com when I make my uploads, my videos. That's why. I don't read these. I just see the report. That's it. But that said, the city reacted so badly. Does WWE consider a smart crowd as the lesser than overcrowds who do not know as much? Now, WWE always gets hotter crowds in certain cities. When they head into WrestleMania, they do not want to get boos in the main event match, which is supposed to be the draw, which is supposed to be pretty much the best match of the night. Now, blaming Philly may be a bit much if every city seems to give WWE trouble when it comes to their potential main event. Now, WWE tried to sell us majorly on this match on WWE Raw, and Paul Heyman cutting an amazing promo. However, all this happened without a live crowd reacting to it, so at the Rumble they had this. So it will be interesting to see how WWE fans respond during live tapings soon. Now, will WWE change things if they do not get the reaction they hope for? We'll have to wait and find out, but it's not like they haven't before. Ask Daniel Bryan himself. Okay. I have put, how long I have been here? Today, I am just giving you uploads. I only gave one today, but that was a 20-minute video. Now, how long are we even here? How long have we been here yet? I'm not going to go check. I think maybe 20 minutes again. I'm not sure. Probably less than that. I'd say that. I'm not going to over-exaggerate. Maybe 10 minutes, I'll say. Now, is WWE not willing to pay Brock Lesnar for more dates? And I've also got the reason why WWE doesn't believe in Daniel Bryan. So you gotta stay tuned. Yep. So yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. So wait, okay, sorry. Okay, let's get into it. Okay. Now Brock Lesnar, who is the current WWE World Heavyweight Champion, came out victorious at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view against John Cena and Seth Rollins. Now most WWE fans are in agreement by saying that was the best Triple Threat match in recent memory. Now the spots each man executed were done with brilliance. Now Lesnar, who took 3 AAs and 2 curb stomps, and a flying elbow through the freaking announcer's table, ended up landing an F5 on Rollins for the pinfall victory. Now during the match, the flying elbow Rollins landed on Lesnar could have done more harm than good. Lesnar sustained a broken rib from that spot, which isn't likely to affect his status for WWE's Fastlane and WrestleMania 31 pay-per-views. Now, as for Brock Lesnar's status in WWE after WrestleMania 31, there's a huge chance he's walking out to a showcase of the Immortals. According to Mark Madden, who appeared on Jim Ross's podcast, The Ross Report, WWE is unwilling to pay Lesnar for more dates and an exception to his contract. Oh crap, I didn't know that. So WWE's not willing to actually re-sign him? I mean, okay, let's see what he says here. So, quote, Mark Madden, I believe, says this. He says, one thing I would do if I were WWE is, I don't know what it would take to keep Brock, but I'd pay him. I know for a fact that Brock would be working more now if they just pay him his per date. Now, they've been hesitant to do that because he's told them that he would be available for more work if they just paid him the same per date. They need to do that because I think what the Rumble showed is he is by far their most over performer. Maybe right there with Daniel Bryan. Wow. Now Lesnar's status for WWE's new pay-per-view, Fastlane, is looking good. However, that doesn't fix the problem Madden highlighted in his excerpt from the Ross Report. Now Lesnar is with Daniel Bryan as the two most over performers in WWE arsenal. If he said that, he'd work more. Why isn't the WWE paying him? Fair point. Now, this isn't an opinionated piece. However, the WWE frustrated more than a handful of WWE fans on Sunday evening at the Royal Rumble. There's no guarantee how many times Lesnar will appear before Fastlane, but it should include at least once, especially if he's going to wrestle next month. One appearance on Monday Night Raw is a must. Now, Roman Reigns will continue to be the man pushed to the moon, but the focus also needs to contain the WWE's two hottest performers, Daniel Bryan and Brock Lesnar. Would a match between the two have been realistic? The answer is up to the WWE Universe to decide. Now, I told you before, Brock Lesnar should not leave the WWE. He should actually resign. They need to resign him. Give him the same amount of dates. Pay him more. I know he wants a lot, WWE. I know WWE, you're not watching this video. I know that for a fact. But what WWE needs to do, they need to do it. He broke the streak. There's no point of it. There's no point of all this stuff that he's been doing in the WWE if he doesn't resign and he doesn't stay. I kind of like Brock Lesnar. I do like the way he wrestles. I mean, I do like him. I think it's best for business if he does stay. I do not know why they would not resign him. I mean, shit. Yeah. I think they should. I mean, why wouldn't they? I mean, they did reach, don't forget, they did reach 1 million, so I think it was 1 million they broke even, though, so that means that they don't lose money, but they don't gain money. I think they gotta do it. I mean, he's getting paid $5 million. I know that's already just in this contract, so I maybe up it to $6 million. I don't know. I hope he does really resign. They do gotta start negotiating. That this is the problem because his contract is gonna be up in 2 months. They need to start doing something. They need to start giving him options. They gotta. They gotta start doing it. I mean, I don't know. They need to start doing it. Now, this is the reason why WWE doesn't believe in Daniel Bryan. Wow, this is what I got for you. So since August of 2013, the WWE fans have made it obvious what they want. Since then, for the most part, WWE has blatantly ignored their fans. Why is it that WWE is ignoring their fans? Why don't they just go with it and make Daniel Bryan their top babyface? Well, there are several minor reasons. However, there's one big reason. And surprisingly, it's what makes Daniel Bryan, I think, in my opinion. Not what only makes him, but just the guest chant. Now, most people assume WWE's lack of confidence in Bryan has to do with his size, his look, and what they assume to be his drawing power. So those are all issues. However, the main issue is that Vince McMahon believes that the yes chant is over with the fans, but Daniel Bryan is actually not. Why does he believe this? Well, while Daniel Bryan was out of action with an injury, his wife, Brie Bella, began doing the yes chant, leading up to her match at this past year's SummerSlam with Stephanie McMahon, and the crowd would always follow Brie's lead. Now, Vince McMahon wants to find the future of his company right now, hence why he's given Roman Reigns such a major push. Now, even though WWE fans are telling McMahon that, at this moment, they do not want Reigns as WWE's top guy. Now, former WWE play-by-play announcer Jim Ross has suggested that WWE just goes with Daniel Bryan as their top guy for just a year or two, which would allow Roman Reigns to improve on not having the pressure of being the company's top babyface right now, where he's still very young and still inexperienced. Well, that's completely logical. Vince McMahon has made up his mind already, and it's finalized. He wants to find his franchise player right now. Now, Daniel Bryan suffering from an injury that forced him to forfeit his WWE World Heavyweight Championship didn't do him any favors, because WWE is concerned that if they put the WWE Championship back on Bryan, he'll sustain an injury again, and they'll strip him of the championship for a second year in a row. Now, at this point, it's unclear what WWE's plans are for Bryan going forward, but he has a casket match coming up against Kane on tomorrow night's live SmackDown, which many people are expecting him to win, but anything can happen. As for his WrestleMania plans, well, Dolph Ziggler challenged him to a match on Twitter, so that could happen. The only other possible opponent, as of this moment, is Sheamus, who is expected to return to WWE as a heel. So yeah. Now, Dolph Ziggler is legitimately frustrated with the WWE right now. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, WWE management, WWE management, ladies and gentlemen, has come under fire after this past Sunday's Royal Rumble, and it turns out that WWE fans aren't the only ones that are frustrated with the direction of WWE. As longtime WWE fan favorite, Dolph Ziggler has expressed his frustration via Twitter, and while doing so, challenged fellow fan favorite Daniel Bryan to a match at WrestleMania 31. Now, the idea behind Ziggler challenging Bryan to a match for WrestleMania is simple. Ziggler believes that himself and Daniel Bryan would have such a great match that no one would be able to follow them. Not Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt, should that match happen. Not Triple H versus Sting, and not Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. However, the common belief is that if WWE decides to have Ziggler and Bryan face off at WrestleMania, the match will only be given 5 to 7 minutes. Wow, which would make it extremely difficult for Ziggler and Bryan to steal the show. Now, if you didn't know, they had okay, I'm just going to repeat it again. So, Ziggler tweeted, or Daniel Bryan, he would respond, Daniel Bryan would respond to Ziggler's tweet of his challenge. He said, I'm in. He's like, after he said, yo, DB was pulling for you, brother, but if you really want to steal the show, #WrestleMania, I'm here in anger, #raw. Daniel Bryan, would respond back, I'm in. Now, not only did Ziggler challenge Bryan via Twitter, he also reconstructed the Motley Crue song Saints of Los Angeles, making it into a story of himself, Daniel Bryan, and the WWE. Now, if you want to see everything that happened about them, you can go check it out in the past video. Now, according to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, there is some legitimacy to Ziggler's tweet, as he's grown extremely frustrated with the WWE management. It's one of those things, he said, that's in character enough to be plausibly deniable, but clearly has a lot of legitimate feelings about it, or behind it. Now, at this past Sunday's Royal Rumble, Ziggler, along with several other fan favorites, was treated as an afterthought and was unceremoniously eliminated, leaving Ziggler without much of a direction after the match. Now, many people are predicting that WWE will not do the Dolph Ziggler vs. Daniel Bryan match at WrestleMania, as the soon-to-be returning Sheamus will need an opponent, and WWE wants Daniel Bryan vs. Sheamus last year before the WWE fans forced Bryan into the main event. Also, it's likely that Sheamus, should he match up with Bryan, will pick up the win. You gotta be. And he'll be returning as a heel, and WWE still will want him to have his first big match back. What are WWE's WrestleMania plans for Ziggler as of right now? Well, there are none. It's possible that he could get matched up with Dean Ambrose, as both of them are without an opponent. I might have to sign out for now, after what I just read. This isn't... oh, fuck. I'm out. Oh, God. You've gotta be fucking kidding me. Yeah, I'm saying the F word right here on eMac2411. I hardly swear. You have gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. You got it. You've got to be... You know what, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it for this video. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Thanks for always watching. Thanks for watching another edition of eMac2411 on YouTube.com. Make sure to like this video, share this video all over the entire internet, on Facebook, on Twitter. Comment with your thoughts and your opinions. So yeah, I really want to hear them after what I just read. If you even stuck with me for the whole video, I appreciate it. And if you didn't, that's cool. But it's okay. Okay, that's it. So yeah, yeah, subscribe for more WWE news, rumors, headlines, and speculation, updates, reviews, everything there is. Full WWE coverage, wrestling, professional wrestling. If you want that all in your subscription inbox or box, I cover the lot. I cover it all. Subscribe.